Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Briarios Kerensky here for unboxing Puella Magi Madoka Magica Limited Contract Pack, or more simply, the limited edition of the PSP game based on Puella Magi Madoka Magica, one of the best series in the previous anime season. I've bought this from Amiami for slightly less than 10,000 yen, not including shipping and custom duties. Surely I would have got a better deal for my soul. Being this a pre-order, the package comes with this little folder and one special Vice Swords card. The folder contains a password to unlock a PSP theme and, more importantly, a small strip with 3 animation frames. Talking about Vice Swords, Amiami lists the English edition of a pre-built deck dedicated to Madoka if someone is interested. Going back to the contract pack, the front cover shows a rather peaceful image of the whole cast having a tea party, before getting gruesomely eaten by a witch. Okay, I joke, but not too much. It's wonderful how some official artworks are happy slices of life when the series and the game are very far from that. Backside, and you've got Madoka's Figma staring right at you, flanked by the contents of the package. PSP game, school uniform Madoka Figma, Blu-ray disc, a pouch shaped like Kyubei's head, Homu handkerchief, special clear plate, protective illustrated box, and a UMD with a special cover. Let's take a look at the actual goods. Everything is neatly organized, and the first items to get out are the game, the Blu-ray, and a small cardboard box, which contains the PSP pouch, the clear plate, and the handkerchief. The remaining half of the box is kept by the Figma and its accessories. The pouch is very well made. The 2 pairs of ears are bent due to the relative small package, but this can be easily corrected. There are no internal pockets in the pouch, so any extra UMD or memory card will be free to roam around. As you can see, the PSP fits nicely in here, though the extra bulk gained further makes the PSP hard to carry around. You won't have to worry about the screen getting scratched if there isn't anything else inside the pouch, but then you will have to worry about the pouch. I can see it getting dirty very easily, though it's a nice gadget, something you will hang near your bed to keep nightmares or scare the hell out of you when first waking up in the morning. Those big, round, red eyes constantly staring at you without respite, probing your soul. The handkerchief. Nothing much to say, it has a simple cat motif on 2 edges. The fabric is pretty light, so it's unlikely it will see any real-life use besides being shown for style. The clear plate depicts Madoka, and here I think the whole cast would have been better. It measures 145 x 210 mm, around 5.7 x 8.3 inches, and though it's never referred to as a shitajiki, I guess it can be used as one. Before showing off what's inside the Blu-ray, here's a quick look at the physical media. The front cover finally shows the 5 girls in their Puella outfits. The rear cover is a simple list of the chapters on the disc, and the disc cover has Kyubei's ever-present face printed on it. The inner cover has a rearrangement of the front cover rendered in line art. Let me take this out, and I wouldn't have minded having this as a front cover. Total disc runtime is little more than half an hour. The first two chapters feature Madoka's and Mami's voice actors speaking about the game and the anime. Lack of any extra audio tracks or subtitles makes these two chapters unappealing to whoever doesn't speak Japanese though. The third chapter is a collection of artworks and design concepts used in the game. There are only 14 pages here and the art isn't full screen, but the interface is great and it's a shame that the whole Blu-ray doesn't use the same style. In fourth position there is a password protected section. Said password is given after beating the game. Maybe I'll show what's behind this digital curtain during the game review. The fifth chapter is the heart of the disc, at least in my opinion, with 42 audio tracks, essentially the whole OST for the game. The sixth chapter is the most original section, girls and Q-based portraits used in the game, with full range of expression and in all outfits available. Every girl has at least the school uniform and Puella variants. Madoka and Kyoko have an extra outfit. Getting on to the game, we have a standard front and back cover. Opening the case reveals the usual manual and the UMD with special cover, which is, surprise surprise, Q-based face. The manual is nothing out of the ordinary. It starts out with the characters and then delves into game mechanics, first the visual novel part and then the dungeoneering segment. Figma time! This is my first Figma, so I did a bit of research. This version of Madoka belongs to the SP line, extras for various media, like this here Madoka portable game. It's number 39 and it's from Max Factory as you would expect. There are two extra faces, a shoulder with a peg to attach this little cube, here a school bag, a set of hands, clear base with support arm, instruction booklet, and a Ziploc bag for storing all unused extras. I've never bought any Figma because I don't like visible joints on non-mechanical characters, and in my opinion the knees just look bad, though I'm impressed how mobile these little things are. I would say that thanks to their wide range of possibility, something more action-oriented would have been better, but there wasn't much to choose from, as all other Puella Figmas have already been done or announced. The last item would be the protective illustrated box, and at first I thought it was a very fancy definition for the other box. But if you take what was behind the Figma's plastic supports, bend it, and place all the contents except the Figma inside, you get a box. Sadly there are no pegs or any means of holding the flaps together without using duct tape, and this whole concept is a bit redundant with the other box, but I guess it can turn out handy if space isn't enough to keep the bigger box. Finally, time to wrap up this lengthy unboxing. The limited contract pack is as rich as Nano A's God box, but surely it has more interesting items. Some of the contents might not have the same appeal as an art book, but they tie directly into the series and are more meaningful extra than cushions or shower curtains. I do prefer Nendoroids to the Figma though, but I can't deny it's a nice toy. As I said earlier, I'm more of a PVC statue type, and I don't particularly like visible joints or a non-mechanical figure, but it's a welcome addition to the contract pack. The Blu-ray is a hit and miss. The interface is very simple when compared to the original material, and the interviews are off limits for those without Japanese knowledge. But the disc truly shines thanks to the 42 tracks. The Blu-ray might not be the perfect media for such an extensive selection of songs, but it is essentially a full OST plus a good, albeit limited, selection of extras. Pouch, handkerchief, and clear plate might never see actual use due to their limited nature, but they fit exceptionally well in the whole package, and I found them much more meaningful than Vice Wars cards. Sure, the contract pack does not come cheap, but its contents alone justify the high selling price. But what do you think? Would you have swapped some of its contents for something else? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget that there are other unboxing videos already available and more will come. Before closing, I'd like to thank the fine folks at borderdowns.net for helping me with a couple of translations. Thanks for watching, Briare Oskarensky, signing out.